Blog Talk Radio.
Hi, I'm Dr. John DeMartini, and you are listening to Empowered Living.
Hi, this is Byron Katie.
Hi, this is Greg Braden.
Hi, this is Mark Hope.
Hi, this is Dr. Maraboli.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Pat Basili, the host of The Dr. Pat Show.
Hi, this is Dr. John Gray, author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus.
Hi, this is Joan Borisenko. I'm author of Your Soul's Compass.
Hi, this is Dr. Richard Moss, author of The Mandala of Being.
Hi, this is Stephen Mitchell.
Hi, this is Dan Millman, author of Way of the Peaceful Warrior.
Hi, this is James Redfield, author of The Celestine Prophecy. You've tuned in to a radio show that can truly change your life. It's time to break free from the prison of your negative thoughts and release your greatest self. You're listening to Empowered Living with Steve Maraboli.
A Better Today welcomes you to Empowered Living, Life, the Truth, and Being Free with host, speaker, writer, and personal coach Steve Maraboli. In the next hour, Steve and his expert guests take you on a quest for truth and highlight philosophies and strategies that help you release your greatest self. It's time to focus on your potential instead of your limitations. Here's your host, Steve Maraboli.
Welcome to Empowered Living, Life, the Truth, and Being Free. I'm your host, Steve Maraboli. As always, I'd like to welcome new and returning listeners. Folks, if you want to participate in the show, you can do it in two ways. The preferred way is through AOL Instant Messenger. The screen name is ABT Radio Show. That's one word, ABT Radio Show. For those of you listening on Blog Talk Radio, we're actually syndicated across the world, so not everyone's listening through Blog Talk. So we don't use the Blog Talk chat. The best way to participate in the show is through AOL Instant Messenger. The screen name's ABT Radio Show. Or you can call 877-829-5035. It's a toll-free number, 877-829-5035. We're more likely, though, to go through the feedback. It's just easier to manage the flow of the show. It's only an hour long, so we like to make it as effective and efficient as possible. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for making this show the most listened to Internet talk radio show in the country. We have thousands upon thousands of listeners all over the world. We're actually one of the most popular podcasts on iTunes as well. So thank you for doing that. Thank you, A Better Today community, for spreading the word about this show, for passing it along. And remember, folks, if you hear anything on this show that you like, that you think someone else will find helpful, download it. Everything we do is for free. So download it through empoweredlivingradio.com or through our iTunes page. Download it and pass it along, or send somebody the link, or do something. That's how we set up this community to help everyone around, so that the arms of empowerment and strength and inner strength can reach everyone and embrace everyone. So thank you all for doing what you do. I want to get to the show because we have one of my favorite guests on today. Colette Baron Reid is an internationally best-selling author, acclaimed intuitive counselor with a client base spanning 29 countries. She's a highly sought-after and powerful motivational speaker, performer, storyteller, and is a popular guest on radio and television throughout the world, as well as a musical artist signed to the EMI music label. She has facilitated hundreds of her powerful seminars and workshops worldwide on developing intuition and the art of creating reality. She's a listener favorite here at Empowered Living for the way that she presents penetrating spiritual information and wisdom without the hocus pocus. I'm pleased to announce we're doing a special series with Colette titled Awakening. We're so happy to have her back on the show. Colette Baron Reid, welcome to the program.
Oh, hi. I'm so excited to be here again.
It's so great to have you back. You know, the feedback, when you're on, the feedback's ridiculous. I just started talking, and I've been talking for a couple of minutes, and I've already seen feedback coming from Italy, from all across the country already. I wonder why people are listening so much when I'm just starting the show, and I realize that it's because of you, and this happens every single time you're on. So thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with everyone, and thanks for doing it the way that you do it. You're very down to earth, and this is just who you are, and I love that about you. I figured I'd tell you in front of a couple million people.
Well, I gotta say too, you know, we have more. I don't know what it is. I think it's our chemistry of our because we get more email from all over the world when I'm on your show. So, and I get asked by so many different people if I would be a regular on their shows, and you're the only one that I agreed to do it because it was like
honored.
No, it's great. I mean, you know what I like about you too is the same thing. Is like, you know, people are hungry for the knowledge, and you know, there is a level I think of woo-woo, hocus pocus sometimes with the kind of material that we talk about, and And what I've committed myself to, and I know you have too, is to be able to bring this information to the public in a conversational tone where we take out the hocus pocus right out of it and we discuss it and keep an open concept and at least have a dialogue about the things that are now creating a bit of a buzz in, especially with consciousness research, and we have all this new frontier science that's bringing some, really, really terrific substance to the topics that you and I talk about. So,
and it comes genuine from you, because we've had a couple of conversations off the air, and folks, this is what our conversation sounds like. I mean, there aren't a lot of people that I have on the show that I speak to off the air, and it doesn't sound like anything else. But Colette is Colette whenever you talk to her, and I really appreciate that. And we're not going to go to the feedback yet. I titled this, Colette, Awakenings, because something that I feel since talking to you is more open to a lot of this information because it's coming from what I consider a reliable source. And you do also take a scientific approach to it as well. So I titled it Awakening. So I let everyone know at empoweredlivingradio.com that we've scheduled a few of these already in the future, so you can just check out the site to know when Colette will be back. We're going to try and do it like once a month or so. So thank you for agreeing to that, and that's going to be
listen, I mean,
wonderful.
It's great because, for me, too, it helps me. I think that the more dialoguing that we can do about this and sharing information, the better for everybody, and I've always been, actually, I was raised this way. My dad always said, the more you believe you don't know, the better you are. He says, the minute you think you know too much is when you start to die. That's what he said. And so I believe that the more I've come to know about the subject, I mean, I'm considered an expert in my field, but I got to tell you, I am teachable, and I want to learn. And the more I know about something and then I see something change, I want to learn about that, and then I want to tell people about it.